Okay, waiting for Fatty here to start on our final game for this season of Terra Mystica Tuesday League. Does look like he has yet to accept, so just waiting a little bit for now. Okay. All right, first, take a quick look at what we got. Dwellings in a trading post at the end, high scoring. These past tiles, not high scoring. These past tiles, very good economically. I think it's a good game at Earth 1 and Water 1, but you can make points here with only one of those two favors as long as you get one. Fatty pointing out it's no landscapes. We're on this map. This into this, I mean, looks pretty good for Darklings. Comfortable with this faction, so let's just not think too hard. Get Fakirs in seat 2, I love it. Fakirs can take advantage of this. They can make trading posts and build their final dwellings here. The only question is when/how are they carving their town? They do need one town this game. I would really hope that we don't see cultists here, or halflings. Like a brown faction would be a huge bummer for Fakirs. Red is okay. Red is a better color neighbor than brown for yellow on this map. I'm not like crazy about giants, but giants could work. There's this big building tile in the game. There's fire cult rewards in case they get a priest or something. Red alert's doing a little bit of thinking. Mermaids are always good on this map. Yeah, it is mermaids, and it's giants. Okay, cool. D5 Darklings makes mermaids' life a little more awkward. Mermaids are still generically the best. Like, they should be able to get worker power and go here and here. With the double spade, I guess Fakirs can get the single spade in that case. It's an interesting color wheel. It's a weird case where I think that taking worker power over the spade might be correct for mermaids. I'm going to do that. We're going to bid mermaids a lot. We're going to bid a lot on mermaids. Because, as I mentioned, this track is, the track is good scoring, but the past tiles aren't, and there's a big building tile. Darklings are pretty good in that sense. It should be them and giants mainly competing over that tile. The others are just not going to score that much off the pass. Now, granted, Fakirs have inherent scoring, but I think I'm comfortable taking 5 off of mermaids to start with, and then, okay, well, there's the 5. Don't think that the spread is huge this game. If I get bid off of here, I'm going Darklings. Maybe Darklings down 5 points, and then, honestly, I might just start considering Fakirs at 5 points. Fakirs could open with a spade here. Giants can start center this game and still get out. It would be pretty expensive for Darklings to take e4 or so. That got bid down a fair amount. Okay, I'm gonna keep going on mermaids. I think mermaids are 5 points better than darklings here. Here's their first town. Here's their second town. Their third town has issues. They can ship down to G4 with temp ship maybe. They could also just get temp ship and ship to F3 and then get to G4. A full dwelling rush isn't too bad for mermaids either. Like I was talking about taking worker power, like temple fire 1, dwelling. But temp ship is pretty good too. You get F3, G4. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4. And then a trading post? Nah. Worker power is better. This is my last bit on mermaids. I like fakirs too as well. Fakirs are just a fun faction. I think that this is enough of a victory point gap that I would be willing to. There's no ship scoring tile in the game, so I'm very willing to go into fakirs at this point. We'll see how it goes. I mean, there's also a world where just taking the stupid spade is the correct move, but I think that you might actually have to secure as mermaids, but you might have to secure C4 in round 1. Like if you take the single spade, then you're building D9, D10, but you might need C4 as well to secure it from giants. So that's my consideration there. Darklings are going to be pretty good, but they're not going to have great town spaces and not going to have great neighbors. Like maybe it is worth it to take the workers action, start on the priest, take the workers action quickly, and then dig E4. Yeah, like you start out with an upgrade here. You try to get leech from giants here, I guess, and then Fatty bids me off. I'll bid fakirs one more time. I think that darklings should go down at this point because darklings are certainly like better than fakirs. There's fire and ice scoring, so that actually makes fakirs a lot more attractive. That also explains Fatty's snap pick on them. Mermaids are not going to spread out as much. They have B3, G4. Like these two could be stranded dwellings, I guess, relatively speaking. Fatty goes on fakirs again. I mean, fakir, like, so this makes the one-town game plan a lot more attractive, right? Like, normally I might avoid building a fakir sanctuary here, but I might, like, just have 3-hex town, like, here or something, with a bridge. It's like a super ugly bridge 3-hex town with fire 2 or something. Maybe take A7 as well. I don't know. Cluster scorings is making me more intrigued with Fakir's potential. Giants, I think that you have to start here. Well, you definitely have to start E2. I think maybe you start G7 as well. And then round 1, you bridge to G5 and dig G8. Then round 2, you can bridge here and dig these. Go back on mermaids. Mermaids are still the best faction on this map. This might actually be it. Metal could go for giants here. I don't think giants are insane. Yeah, like I don't hate the plan of a round 1. Actually, it gives quite a lot to fakirs if you get D7, huh? I said darklings are better, but honestly, with the cluster scoring, I'm just more interested in playing fakirs. I'm gonna bid fakirs. I think there's a chance fakirs get like 9 points in regular network beating darklings, and also getting, yeah, they could beat darklings in regular scoring, in addition to getting 18 points on the clusters. Giants had this big building tile, and not too much else going for them. I guess if they get a bridge here in round 1 and a bridge here in round 2, and they manage to build all this stuff, then they could hit this trading post round. But then, like, where are they getting their scoring favors from? Like, water 1 might be gone by the time that giants try to take this temple. They won't have earth 1. Their reds should be relatively safe, but they won't get this one. They might get like this, this, this. So like 3 reds this game. There's a spade and this spade. I still don't like giants. I think darklings should be at least okay. You have a chance of getting this. Matt goes back to mermaids. Makes sense. He bid down darklings very aggressively, just kind of trying to make something happen. Didn't necessarily mean that he wanted darklings. Yeah, he continues to bid mermaids. I think that he probably wants to end up on giants. He's trying to speed up this auction a little bit so that he can get to giants. Okay. Doesn't want to end up on fakirs. I mean, with Matt in the game, he's likely to like dig away yellows, right? Like, so that would hurt fakir's game. But I think that fakirs could have a pretty strong game plan. How would I open as fakirs? I would try to. Oh wait, this hex doesn't seem that good for darklings in round 1. I mean, Matt might prioritize it, but honestly, taking temp ship and getting onto like 2 natural blacks is better for darklings than taking temp ship this game. I don't know if he'll actually do that though, so I'm concerned. Fire 1. It looks like a good Fire 1 darklings game. You just temple for Fire 1. You take the worker's action, you temple for Fire 1, then you go up here. One more on fakirs. The clusters are still good. Like, you're probably getting like 24 flight points, as well as 18 cluster points. You're getting 4 like favor tile points. It's a 0 bid on mermaids. Oh, okay. I don't think that other players are as blocky as Matt, so this makes me more interested in fakirs and giants now. I no longer want darklings. I liked darklings because they're kind of a strong like they're pretty resilient, right? Because like you're not that afraid of hexes getting dug on you as darklings, but Matt is the player most likely to like mess with D4 or A4 or something. And as giants, like I would want E4 in round 1. I don't think it's the best move for darklings to take E4 in round 1. I think that they're better off going here and here because they also secure the worker's action. But this is my last bit on fakirs, I think. I think Fatty should go to darklings at this point. But if he bids me off fakirs, then I will just go to giants. Just see what we can do. Like I'm not convinced that it'll be very good, but we'll see how it goes. I think darklings and mermaids both want Fire 1 this game. One thing that I'm bidding on here is giants, right? Is I'm bidding on being able to start double center. Hopefully D7 doesn't get stranded, and then I try to dig this town. Oh, well, it's gone. Fatty went with giants. Didn't necessarily see that coming right away. I did think that was a possibility that I wouldn't get giants, but anyway, I'm hoping to get the spade here, but I might settle for worker power, and then I might just single spade here to open the game. Okay, Giants leave me this. So this is actually really good for me. This was part of what I was kind of hoping for, which is that um, I can actually open this game. I can actually make a sanctuary town here. The first Priest of Fire looks really good here for Darklings. That's something that I hadn't considered too much. Fatty thinks mermaids were already overbid on 10. I'm not convinced about that because you're going to really dominate round one, right? You're going to score 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 points in round one off of this. You're going to get Fire 1. Hey, Lex. Thanks for tuning in. I'm not taking advice today, but appreciate the encouragement. Darklings trying to figure out if they're starting D5. I mean, Darklings have to start D5. If they don't start D5, it's kind of a travesty. Yeah, that's the correct spot to start. That's also kind of good for clusters, right? Like clusters are the anti-town, and it's kind of hard for Darklings to make towns on Fire and Ice. So I like this for Darklings a lot. Temp ship. Okay, I don't like temp ship. I think that they're gonna get F3 G4, right? I don't like temp ship for mermaids. I do get the spade, which is freaking awesome, and Darklings are gonna get worker power, which is also awesome. I'm gonna dig D7. I didn't realize that I would have D7 available to me, but that's really cool. Mermaids will eventually take C4. They want to form this town, and they also want to connect this way. I guess they could connect like the long way around with I7 and H8, but taking H8 just connect when you could have this town seems not that great. In terms of whose position I think I like Fatty's position actually. Yeah, Fatty says that I think that this should be an easy call for Red Alert to go for this worker power tile. Darklings have a very realistic chance at opening Sanctuary here. Or, yeah, they have a very realistic chance at opening Sanctuary. I didn't think that they would get this. I think that this is handing too much. So I think that Matt might have made a misstep by taking temp ship instead of worker power, in my opinion. Like, you could build more dwellings with this. Well, okay, so he'll try to build 1, 2, 3, 4 dwellings and then a TP. I think that temple and 3 dwellings is stronger than that. Because the temple will provide priest income and coin income. This way he's only getting coin income with his TP, right? He's going to do TP, dwelling, 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 dwelling. Yeah, I'm just going to get in on this leech party. I might, yeah. I think this is 5. Darklings took the priest instead. Okay, I mean, the priest isn't bad. Darklings could actually advance ship manually this round and then build here and here, but I don't know, that's great. In any case, this is working about as well as it could have for me, I think. Yep, mermaids just remove the drama and open with double spade. They could have made a trading post here. That would technically risk giving double dig to Darklings, which I don't think that they should be that afraid of, but this is just fine as well. Darklings have E4 access now. If Darklings do get E4, that's a pretty big coup for them. If Darklings just rush a temple here, I think that they should be taking the workers here. Like I would be taking the workers like 100% of the time here. And if they do that, then I will just upgrade D7 because then I can get Darkling's Leech and Mermaid's Leech if it comes. If Darklings make their temple now, then I might consider just making each 7 instead and giving these two players way less leech. Darklings do take the workers. Cool. That's what I wanted to see. I have a big mouse. Yeah, I think it's actually weirdly showing up bigger on the Twitch screen than it is like in real life. Like for me, it's about this. It's less than the size of this dwelling, but I can see that that's obviously like not the case for you. So, uh, here's the stronghold from giants. Makes sense. Oh, this is awkward. F4 is my connection hex, huh? My connection is not guaranteed. And G5, giants are going to take right now. Yeah, it's actually trickier for connection than I realized. One good thing is that Darklings shouldn't be that interested in C3. So if I can get to C3 and then D4, G2, like I can make this roundabout connection path. But giants taking F4 now would be pretty bad for me. I don't think that they should necessarily do that. I think that they should want G8 more. It gets them better access to these hexes. But this is something that I missed. Darklings probably just send First Priest to fire at this point, right? The traditional favor to take as Fakirs is Heir 2. I'm trying to decide if that's the case here. I ideally don't want to play a game that counts that much on digging. I want like 2 more digs this game, right? I want D8 and F4. I guess taking Heir 2 could buy me the double spade right away next round. That would be pretty awesome. Fire 1 gets me a worker, which is cool. I guess Heir 2 could also come with this cult spade. Okay, Darklings don't give me that leech. I kind of want to just single spade D8 or something right now. I'm not going to overthink things. There's this coins tile in the game, and so I'm just going to take Heir 2. Yeah. I'm just going to take Heir 2. I'm definitely taking an economic favor, and Heir 2 helps me more in the short term than Fire 1 does. The short term being like literally next round. Three worker income, so double spading here and F4 is the plan, I think. Fatty bridges, okay, so we don't know where Fatty is going next necessarily. I think I could take, so I could take D8 here with a single spade action. Not sure how good that is. I think I'd rather just save for double spade. Take F4 and D8 next round if I can. And if I can't, then we'll just have to figure something out. Hard Diggler took the priest. Oh, that's quite nice. Yeah, that's quite nice. Do I want the coins or worker power here? Worker power lets me keep more stuff, but I will run out of coins pretty quickly. Next round, I'm building 2 dwellings. That's pretty much it, right? But then I won't have any coin income after that. It's actually a pretty tough call here. Getting 1, 2, 3, 4 more leech this round. So if I spade now, or I'm getting 2 more leech this round. Okay. I'm going to take the coins. Just not going to worry about that too much. Red alert, up ship. Okay. That's a very sensible first move. Fair enough. Hard Diggler builds a dwelling instead of for the leech, instead of templing. He also took the coins and has burned himself down already. So maybe he won't be going for Fire 1. He should be going for Fire 1 though. So there's that. Leech wins that little battle. Red Alert having a pretty smooth game. Oh no, Hard Diggler took a priest and burned down his power. Okay. Giants and I are only really the only ones who might be taking double spade this game. The real bummer is that I won't be able to afford Priest to Fire there. Okay, it's G6. Awesome. So there's no ship tile in the game, so this is a good hex for Giants because it means that they connect off of fewer shipping. This is also really good news for me because it means that Giants aren't interested in I4. And they haven't dug F4. So I'm opening next round for sure with this and this, I think. Yeah, there's really nothing else that I want next round. I'm going to take D4, F4. Yeah. This is a temple probably for Fire 1 upcoming. So this is awesome for Darklings. I think that Darklings right now are probably winning because Darklings are going to get first Priest to Fire next round. Like their next round should just be Priest to Fire, Earth 1. It's pretty freaking awesome. Fatty's going to pass on to the... What would I pass on to Fire Fatty? I think I would pass on to the Worker Power. Most likely to get you the coins out. Like, I'm not taking coins, so Fatty passing her to Worker Power means that he can open with coins. The Priest is the Spade is terrible. The Dwellings is pretty good though. I mean, this comes with some printed coins, and if he doesn't want, like, he can't afford a temple next round anyway, so he could just dig this, then bridge, and then build H9. But he is going for the Worker Power, which might mean Temple for Earth 1. I would guess Temple for Earth 1 is what this pass means. Takes coins to start. Temple for Earth 1, dig G8. This is probably what I would do if I were Fatty here. Darklings do take Fire 1, makes a lot of sense. Hard Diggler builds another dwelling over here. So yeah, not a huge fan of Hard Diggler not having any priest production. I think that, yeah, like this is one dwelling more, but compared to taking Worker Power and double spading here and here. I guess this is a good hex, right? This might have been a key hex that Giants might have dug. So that's the argument for temp ship, I think, more so than this economic position, in my opinion. I do have a fair number of ways that can be disrupted this game. Like I'm relying heavily on flights to get to this western half of the map. I6 I'm going to float because right now I'm securing my connection on F4, right? But then I need I6, I4, G2 to get over here. I guess a dig, I should be getting uncontested dig actions, so C4 could be good. Matt's going to be worker digging for the majority of this game, it looks like, or digging with this tile. Matt should also have very little incentive to dig yellows, which is nice. This airspace is also a little awkward because I do want to send a priest to a cult to get that, I think. but I have very little priest income this game. So I have my problems. Like I'm thinking all economy, but I do need to worry about scoring too. Oh god, this is disgusting for Darklings. Darklings can, yeah, they're gonna burn one. They have 9 coins. They're gonna build a sanctuary for Earth 1. I might even just do worker to, yeah, I might do worker to coin if I were Darklings there. Yeah, it's just this. I have really nothing else to be doing this round. I wish I had other stuff to do. Like, I wish I had a free priest to be sending to the cults, but unfortunately I don't. It's just not the position that I'm in. Fatty snatches the coins, is going to make Earth 1 here. Might make it on G4 and then just dig this for a ship town. I think G7 is a better spot to put it, because then he can just trading post for, you know, you'll want to build a trading post here next round anyway. Matt could very well go Temple and Sanctuary this year. I don't know if he will, but what did Matt do? Matt had a priest? Where did that come from? Why does, oh, he got the priest off the cult. Nice. Okay. Well, that actually quite justifies not building this temple. Fair enough. All right. Do I build a question right now is, do I build a trading post here and kind of set myself up for taking a scoring favor right away in this round? It's 3 points to hold off. My economy tilts less worker heavy if I do that. There's also a question of which pass tile I want here, right? I could take either the points pass tile or the priest pass tile. With the priest, I go 1, 2, 3. I can really expand my economy with the priest. Matt hopefully takes C4 this round. Gives me some leech. Fatty takes a priest. I didn't see that coming. Why is Fatty doing that? Maybe he wants first priest to earth, just sees that the cults are wide open. Some welcome leech. Building a TP lets me stay in the round a little longer. That might be nice. Because then I could get onto Red Alert's tile. I do want to build 2 TPs next round, I think. Okay, next round I think is 2 TPs, two dwellings. So I think next round, yeah, okay. So I'm passing now. I'm passing on to this priest. My next round is fly, fly. Fatty really shouldn't be digging this round, right? That would be absurd. I'm going to disregard that possibility. Fatty should be digging G8 or even C3, right? Fatty could dig C3 and then reach B5. That would be a pretty sensible dig. This priest looks like a ship advance, but here's Matt's temple. We also like that. It's Earth 1. I think I might have taken Water 1 if I were Matt there. Yeah, Matt has enough to just go for Water 1 as well. That's pretty cool. Okay. 6 here. TP. I think it's the priest. The priest is better economically. So I'll just build these 2 TPs and then fly. I'll continue to have 5 worker econ. This pass tile is going to be amazing for Red Alert. I'm really jealous. Red Alert can also actually make this town. Like, who's going to actually take E5? I'm not going to take E5. And Darklings, like, of any faction, Darklings are the ones who are most able to go 1-2. I guess the argument is that mermaids could cult dig E5 and like use that, but I think mermaids are more interested in cluster scoring, right? Like I'm more interested in cluster scoring as well. Darkling's neighbors, they start to become an issue, but actually, they do have some coin incoming. They'll get like trickles of leech that'll enable them to eventually take a coin's action. I think they'll be fine. Oh, they decide to go for... Wow. That, I don't know about that. This was 2 points, and Matt is going to get a ton of points off of this. I think it was correct to take points there. Like those 2 extra coins. I guess maybe this is like Temple for Water 1 here, or like, or maybe he's planning on making expensive trading posts. I don't know. I just know if it was me, I would have very, very heavily considered these points. Because they could just build C2, A2, A1. Or even E1, right? E1 starts getting you places. Like C3, E1, C2. Make a TP. I guess they now have exactly enough stuff to go dwelling, trading post, which might be their plan or something. I don't know. Fatty has yet to make his... Oh, Fatty's going to temple up over here. That's fine by me. Oh, Matt goes second temple instead of sanctuary. It's interesting. That's fire one. Okay. I don't know. I think water one was better. Yeah, I kind of think water one was better from that. Compared to Earth one, that is, right? Like, Matt has already got 6 structures out, so Earth one is 18 points. Water one is also 18 points, and would have scored right away. And this round is the TP round. I guess Matt might only make 1 TP next round. So that would be a point against Water 1. Fatty has shipping, so he could really hammer me on I6 if I don't secure it, but I think that I kind of have to go for this coins action. There's some discussion over the fact that these favor tiles match. Yeah, I think if I take coins here, then I just don't have to worry about coins for the rest of my game. And that's pretty strong. Taking coins also denies the rest of the table. I don't think that Fatty's going to wreck me here. He's welcome to if he wants, but I'm just going to say that he won't. Don't make me a liar, Fatty. Darkling's going to look for neighbors, I think. C3 is a good neighbor spot. H thinks that Earth 1, Air 2 is underrepresented in general? No way. That's the standard Fakir's suite of favors. Giants are going to form a town this round. They'll take a ship town probably. Get to B5 maybe. E1. A ship town gets giants to 1, 2, 3 hexes. Actually, giants need a dig for their ship town. Jesus. I wonder how many temples we're seeing this round. Beller's really thinking about this one. I'm not sure like what he's so concerned about. I think that Priest to Earth is pretty strong for Red Alert. This could be like a pretty culty game for him. But yeah, my big issue with Darkling on this map is neighbors. I think that by round 6 he'll have plenty of neighbors to make all those trading posts, so he'll be fine overall, but this isn't ideal. I do need to think about a scoring favor at some point. I don't want to also miss out on Water One. Yeah, I think that this is a good spot because it does let you make a temp, like it gets you a good neighbor. This is also bad for me because D4 is now under contention. Mermaids should hopefully want to secure this hex. Don't really know what this temp ship is doing for mermaids. Maybe they want to increase ship and get to H2. Maybe it's just power for them. Don't remember if worker power is being sat on. I guess giants were on worker power. No, they could have passed on to worker power. I don't know. Interesting decision to take temp ship over this. Must mean that they intend to use it, but I don't really see where they're reaching other than H2. Maybe D3. D3 doesn't really make any sense. 2, 3. I guess they with one ship advance, they can go to E4 and then build H6, I guess. But is that really necessary when they can just like do this? I don't know. Not in charge of their games. I think I just. Ooh, it's Act 6. That's spicy. So this isn't a temple for Fatty. He'll build 1 TP, and then he'll make this town, maybe for a coin town. Oh, then he actually could. I think it's pretty decent. He can burn 1 power, turn into a coin, and then make a coin town. And then after that, he would have just enough stuff to make 2 TPs here and build 2 TPs here. Okay. He's not saying it's accidental. He's just saying, oh dang, because it's like a unusual move, yeah. Matt feels the heat, goes to c4. Don't think this is a tremendously efficient way to play mermaids, but who am I to say? I mean, look at that econ. That's beautiful econ. And he has a scoring favor. So what am I doing? Like trying to take pity on Matt here. I need to play my game. And my game says build a TP here. My question, I think, is don't like that. Don't like that because d4 feels unhappy right now. d4 is probably a lost cause at this point. And I guess c3 is also useful to reach a4. So a4 might be dead. Do I take water one? Do I take? I think I take earth one here, right? Or right now I have 4 worker econ. If I go fly, fly, yeah. Right now it looks like fly, fly, right? I can do earth one, then fly and fly. I don't really have that much use for this cult spade, honestly, right? Let's just go this way. Earth one fly fly is 4 extra points from for my 2 flights. However, trading post fly fly is 3 points extra. Now it doesn't get me priest production. How important is priest production here? Earth one doesn't seem bad here. Patty thinks I'm in a good position. I think I'm in a pretty good position. These flights are going to be 6 points each. I actually kind of like to get a trading post out at the end of it. This is a better leech position for Fatty because I didn't fly over there, but it's fine. I'll get some leech off of here. Yeah, like, okay, so I'm considering putting my temple on, my trading post on h7 right now. That'll get me extra leech off of Fatty. Which might enable me to also get I4. I would feel more comfortable. Well, it's going to be trading post. The first trading post is going to go here, right? But the second trading post will give me leech. I think Fatty only has 2 moves left this round, so. Kids, try not to get yourself into this economy situation here. This is not how you play Terra Mystica right there. One thing I could do here is I could pass for this. Fatty's saying that he could have used his first stronghold action on f4. Yeah, I was very afraid of that. Red alert, almost out of moves. Honestly, should just be passing onto the big building tile. Like this seems like a pretty clear pass on a big building tile. Open with the coins action, then just secure water one right away. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. I think red alert I think is actually winning this game. I think that red alert is doing better than giants, but I could be wrong. I'd say that right now it looks like Darklings, then Giants, then Mermaids, then Fakirs. That's my intuition. I could be wrong. Or sorry, Darklings, then Giants, then I think I'm ahead of Matt, but Matt has a lot of towns coming in. The fact that I do now have one of these favorites is pretty nice, though. Yeah, I think that Fatty should prefer to build this TP over building this dwelling, which is good for me in terms of getting I4 out, which I do want to get out this round, ideally. It's just better for my worker econ. Fatty builds the dwelling instead. That's pretty understandable. It's much worse for me, unfortunately. I'm hopeful that the TP from Matt goes here, but he'll probably also build a dwelling first to avoid giving me that leech. That's unfortunate. I really don't want to burn 3 power here. Matt just does that. I don't need Act 6 anymore. I don't care. I don't mind doing this. I think this is correct. Dwellings are good. Workers are good. Fatty does not have the stuff to build this last TP, so he's going to pass. He's going to take water 1 with his first action. That seems pretty good. Mermaids should probably just get onto this pass tile. That seems pretty good. I will be taking I guess I'll just be taking the spade. I can dig I3, fly to G2. Oh, Mermaids give me power now. I actually can take it now. Do I want it now, though? Yeah, I want that. Means that I miss out on free leech at the beginning of next round, but whatever. Okay, so then I was passing on to the spade, but do I want the dwelling points instead? My next round is temple. I was thinking that I would be spading h4 and flying to g2, but I can just go here like pretty happily as well, and keep my econ flowing. I think there's a lot of value in trying to get to the west here. I really do. I don't know how long these hexes will stay like open to me. Yeah, this might be wrong, but I might just never get passing points this game, and that's okay as well. I have so much buyer's remorse already. Red alert should open with coins. I think that there's going to be a water 1 rush, and I think that I'm there for it. I think I'm going to rush water 1 like a chump. That was a good play. This is going to be temple for water 1. I'm going to temple for water 1 as well. Then we're going to have some fun. Red alert missing out on water 1 is pretty big for my chances at possibly beating him. Because I probably have 4 more TPs to build this game, so. Maybe it's only going to be 3 because my economy is so poor right now. Yeah, I would love to get H4, G2, and B6 by the end of this round. Take that 2 for 1 very happily. Yep, that finishes up water 1. Matt is sweeping the cults, huh? Maybe I shouldn't be underestimating that. Yeah, I do get this dug, so that's unfortunate. That was the reason why I took the spade. So that sucks. I do need to worry a little bit about losing my ship town as well. That is a town that Darklings could want, but I guess Darklings are pretty far from being able to take a ship town. Mermaids could deny me the ship town, so I need to be a little conscientious of that. Fatty luckily didn't take a ship town. That's actually also kind of a good break for me, but Fatty will probably take the ship town this round. Which means that I could also lose out on the ship town. That would be pretty crushing. Yeah, G2 is a weakness here. So a lot of people just prefer to start I4 as fakirs. This didn't have neighbors though, so I think I'm pretty happy with the way that this worked out here. I missed out on a free leech. Can't complain too much about that. So where does the spade go now? I think it probably still goes here. It's just annoying because I don't have a ship town, right? I mean, I could take the workers' power action here. So I could send priest here. All right, contest air a little bit. That'll give me an extra thing. I can. Oh no, the ship town's not that good in that case. Okay. I can spade onto I8, can't I? Yeah, that seems pretty good. Like I just don't particularly want any other hexes that involve spades. Like if I had known that that was coming, which like maybe I should have just known that that was coming, then probably I just take the point instead. But I didn't know it was coming, so whatever. I gambled and I lost. I do have to think about whether this gets me anything at this point. Could be the case that it no longer gets me anything. and then I should just be passing on to, that should be air 1, right? Yeah, it's air 1. Okay. Giants are at 10 structures, so they are probably winning. Well, it looks like I'm going to be third or fourth in regular network, which is kind of a bummer. But yeah, I think I want b6. Yeah, I pass, I take the coins. Red Alert has, this is probably Red Alert's best town at this point, this bridge town. It's the fewest digs. Might get a neighbor. I guess I'm kind of happy that I didn't give this easy neighbor on h4. This looks like a two-town Mermaids game. Here and here. I've been denying them a9 as a neighbor for some time, but I think it might be time to like move further. Fatty is going to pass first. Okay, so Fatty's getting the coins action. No need to rush that then. Just gonna build this. Like, it's 2 points worse, but it's better economy. I think economy is still pretty valuable. So part of that is that in order to access these western hexes, I'm going to want to dig b5. So I would love to be able to use my power as a flight. It's kind of a vain hope, but passing on to this should be good, I think. Fatty's going to get Act 4, but I'm going to be able to get the 6 coins. And I'll take Fire 2 and just get onto b5. Then I should have outs. I can either take a2 or d4. If Darklings shouldn't let me have d4, but taking that hurts them pretty badly too, because it's 2 digs for 1 hex. And they still won't have neighbors. Like, they'll actually want to give me d4 by that point. I think that Hard Diggler should... Well, Hard Diggler has his income sorted out because it's the priest that he sent to the cult, so we're going to see what Hard Diggler decides. Hard Diggler might be eyeing up b5 as a valid option at this point. Like, send a priest to Earth and then like spade onto b5. Ooh, Hard Diggler just takes these 6 coins. That's quite bad for me. Yeah, I didn't see that coming. That's actually pretty tricky for me to navigate. Well, good thing is I'll be getting a good pass tile now. Darklings just immediately pass onto the coins, onto the points there. Fair enough. Well, it is what it is. Should we see any immediate sanctuaries? I don't think I'm actually getting any leech, so I think that the right thing to do is to only convert just enough. Could also be right to take coins here, or not coins rather, but the priest, and send it to a cult. Uh, yeah, priest to occult here gets me 1 power back and 2 coins. So I'd be spending 3 coins for like 2.5 coins, and it would also get me like some position on either fire or air. Sending a priest to air would lock up second place for me, right? Okay. That's the plan. Send a priest to air. This also puts a little pressure on Matt to lock up air. So, like that. Getting entirely locked out of coins is pretty bad, which makes me almost consider this. This would mean Sanctuary for Fire 2, hop onto here, and that's my entire round. Like my round is going to be very, very short regardless. Maybe building a TP there was better, huh? Maybe I should have considered my resources better, but oh well. We did what we did. This could result in some suboptimal play by my opponents in terms of passing early. It's only 4 points. You know what? It's only 4 points. It's not going to be make or break for me. I'm going to play economically still, and I'm just going to hope that playing economically pays off for me this game. Unfortunately, not sending priests to cults is a very anti-economic play that I've apparently decided to do this game. So it's not looking great. I will send a priest to air if I can. I have no particular desire to pass that early. Darklings build dwellings, seems fine. Gladiator's water one. Okay. Yeah, why not? I'll take the last priest to air. I'll try to take b5 and d4 this round if I can. That's my goal. Mermaids might go digging and take away a9 on me. That's whatever. Oh, shit. Well, that's really bad. I don't think I could have prevented that. So I am just basically locked in now. Now I feel pretty bad about wasting my power on this I4 hex. Yeah, that I4 hex is probably is biting me now. Hard Diggler is going digging, so I'm gonna secure A9. Yep. Wow, that's a lot of workers left. Okay. Yep, A9 it is. That hex goes. I don't have a way to reach it without G3, but I think right now I do want G3. I would love one more leech somehow. I think taking A9 can get me that leech. Oh wait, sorry, no, I'm gonna Sanctuary for Fire 2, and that'll actually give me the leech that I want. Okay. Because with that leech, well, whatever. We'll just leave it there for now. Never mind. Fatty is going to beat me to G3, and then he's going to get F2 and I3. Shit. That was not what I was hoping for. Well, okay. Um, Fatty did an advanced ship, but I need a sanctuary and a TP. So A9 is kind of bad in that sense. In order for me to act 4 onto this hex up here. Oh wait, no, I do have a dwelling left on the board. Okay, cool. So my plan is to sanctuary for Fire 2, take the ship town, and then try to use this guy to get onto G3 if I can. Darklings might be trying for 2 towns after all. Interesting. Yeah, I can get F2 with a fly dig later. That'll still let me get to D1 and D2 and B2. So I think that'll be okay. So in the end I'll have lost like these 2 yellows or something. That's not the end of the world. It's good to lock up a ship town anyway. I want to convert 1 more just in case I can get all the power. If I can't, then I just have to forfeit G3, but there's Fatty's ship advance. I need 3 leech. So if I can get like a TP here and a TP here. Hard Diggler wants me to be his neighbor here. Well, that's unfortunate. I was hoping that I would get a leech opportunity. Yeah. So I don't quite get what I want. Well, I will take this neighbor. Actually, I guess A5 can still let me get to A4 as well. But it's a huge bummer to lose G3. Like, this is... Yeah. I think I might be on board with the Fatty is winning train now. Now that he's getting this, and this. Is there a case for me going after this hex? And well, yeah, I'll take it. Like, I'm not getting G3 anyway, right? So. This is revenge. I didn't realize that. I didn't realize that this was a natural red. Interesting. Because I was not interested in this at all, right? I was interested in G3. Matt says that this has clustering implications, so that could mean that helps Matt with his clusters, maybe? I don't know. It could. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 clusters. Darklings have fewer than that for now, but they have 5. C2 is going to be a cluster. They could get a cluster. Oh, D1 actually becomes a good hex for Darklings, unfortunately, because of cluster scoring. Giants get onto D3. Okay, so they're not taking G3. That's quite good news for me. Oh no, they're taking F2 anyway, so G3 is useless to me. Yeah, G3 is bad. A5 might be okay. But honestly, I think that probably flying to E6 and I9 is going to be better. I actually have digs to go around. So I got to pass on to the big building tile or the spade here. I think it's actually the spade. I have 8. Yeah, I have 8 power. Say I send my priest to fire. That gives me all the power next round. Then I make a TP early. Nah, making a TP early doesn't really help me, huh? It gets me like 2 points. Is 2 points really going to win me anything? In any case, I have 3 priests coming in next round. This is almost certainly correct. But I will still take a 3 for 2. So. Okay. It's passing time. I think I want this guy. It looks like I'm last in regular network in that case, because I have 6 buildings on my board, and I'm only going to get down. I can never dig 3 times, so I'll get E6 and I'll get I9. Yeah. There's the dwelling that gives me the leech that I was interested in. Fatty's ready to pass. Right? Like, Fatty already used this. He wants to make a 3rd town here, so he's ready to pass onto this. I need to pass to secure the coins action. 4 points. Yeah. This was quite nice to Darklings, huh? G3. Well, I guess it gives Darklings 3 neighbors. Darklings could have only had 2 neighbors instead, but I guess either way, Darklings were getting neighbors. Darklings are getting 2 towns in the final round. I just simply don't have the points to overcome that. Darklings pass. Okay, I'll take Darklings tile then. This actually probably won't be that many points to me, because I'm going to spend so many workers making TPs. I can try flying at e6 and I9 maybe, but Darklings also want to dig this final round. They're going to want to bridge here and then like spend digs here to make a town. So their priests aren't really going into cults. I mean, I guess they are building a stronghold as well, but I have 8 clusters. Fatty has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 5, 6, 7 clusters. So you'll get 8 clusters, maybe 9. Matt has 1, 2. Can't take 3 for 2. I could take 2 for 1, but so I want to get down either I9 or E6. I don't know, is it possible the spade was better just for network? With the spade, I could have gotten down to 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 structures left on my board. Now, there's no way 4 structures left is enough to do anything, but it could have been enough to get to 9 or 10 cluster. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Matt could only get to like 7 clusters. I don't think that that's going to happen. This might even be 3 towns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, okay, so this 9th cluster here is very important. I need to get I9/E6. I think I prefer E6 because it gives me leech spots from others. Matt will upgrade these to TPs, and E6 will get me some leech. So we'll start with upgrading A7 to a TP. Then we're going to fly onto E6. Not sure yet whether that's going to be Act 5 or... yeah, not sure yet if that's Act 5 or Hard Dig. I think that either is defensible here. But yeah, these 6-point TPs can't be as good as these like 6-point dwellings. So yeah, it's going to go TP dwelling, something like that. I'm going to take a lot of leech this round. I gave up the spade, so I need like a recompense for that. And I think that that means taking the leech. Now that I think about it, I'm probably taking I9 first, right? Giants could want this hex for their town. I think that they prefer E6 because it's better neighbors, but I9 has to be a priority as well. Don't know if I can actually get both of these hexes. Fatty has the power to take Act 6. I think that that's highly likely to happen. Two for one. Sounds good. Here's fire 2, presumably. Yep. It's fire 2. Probably like a 2-key town and an 8-pointer. That's what I think I would take if I were Hard Diggler. There's an 8-pointer. Maybe just a second 8-pointer. And then he just hopes that priests here are enough. It's a coin town, okay. I think I definitely would have taken 2 keys instead of a coin town if I were Matt. Seems like a lot more victory points, but maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, it seems like the 2-key town instead of the 8-pointer seems like 2 points here and 2 points here. Maybe it's not that many more. Maybe he thinks that he's got me beat so cleanly that he doesn't need the extra boost to like just propel himself like those little bits. Fatty temples. I assume this is for fire 2. Take it away from Darklings. Darklings don't need fire 2. They don't probably want it, but the best thing that Fatty can do here in terms of hurting any opponent is to take G3 away from Darklings, but it's not going to happen. Darklings need a bridge and G3. Maybe we can get rid of one of those for Darklings. But it won't be me. I'm not really in contention for first, so I don't really care about fighting for that. Let everyone else handle that. I will continue just building dwellings and TPs. We'll find out if Matt's taking Leech when I upgrade A7. Fatty should probably take Act 6 or something on. Well, Fatty can take Act 6 at any time. So that's pretty nice. He's deciding between Air 1 and Fire 2. It's Air 1. Just 4 more points. Seems fair. Might be 5 more points because Darklings probably never send a priest to air. Darklings secure the bridge. Okay. Oh yeah, so their Darkling's next move. Oh, they can't take that yet either. Well, I don't know if Fatty's going to care. He might just prefer D2 instead, but oh, he's not going to care. He's going to carve out this 3rd town, isn't he? Yeah. Oh, okay. All right, Matt. Are you taking leeches this big? At this point, my game could just be fly here, and then if I have the resources, I make another TP or something. But I think that would be it. Fatty wants Sanctuary Trading Post Dwelling. Okay, yeah, so not taking Fire 2, that's a clear sign that he's not going to try to build out to all the network. Which means I think that Fatty should probably go Trading Post Dwelling here. I don't know if he sees that he can kill Darkling's town, but that's clearly what he should do. Darklings can respond by making another town up here, but it seems a little worse considering that they've invested some structure into here. I don't know if Fatty's going to do that, though. No guarantees. 1, 2. This looks like a town here, but it could just be, yeah, this looks like a town. 3, 4. Okay, I have mermaids be on unconnected structures. And I sadly missed out on this leash. I'll get over it. There's a second 8-pointer. Okay. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, this coin town is just to enable this 8-pointer, and then he's going to advance ship twice. Yeah, okay. There's the TP. I wonder if G3 is coming next. Red Alert is just going to upgrade D4 to a TP right now, or E1 or whatever, to free up the stuff for G3. We'll still have enough to carve out this town, I think. We'll just have so many priests with the stronghold. So we have 2 ship advances coming from that. Then I actually don't see any single, then E4. Okay, so I think that a worker's action should be coming from that, right? It should be a worker's action, then E4, then H2. Or sorry, a worker's action advanced ship, E4, TP, H2. Maybe he doesn't have quite the stuff for that. He might be a little short on coins if he does that, because he needs a second ship advance here. 5 and 4. Yeah, that would be 2 coins short. Well, so this is 6 points. 84. I pass 92. I get maybe 4 plus 2. 6 point on cults. Yeah. 92, 98. God, it's not very good, huh? 98 plus 0 on regular network plus 18 on that is like 116. It's really rough. It's probably too much to bet on fakirs. Yeah, oh well. I tried something. Matt's gonna have 32 here. Doesn't have air 1, but I mean, this is gonna make 1 more TP. So that's 77, 1 more ship advance. 70, that's 80. 1 more TP, 1 more dwelling is, well, 1 more dwelling is 82. Ties on network, maybe with everyone else, so that's 12, or 15, I guess, because red alert will be behind. So 15 network, 82, 97, plus all these cults, 129. So yeah, it does beat Fakirs here. Yeah. I didn't see that coming. Yeah, did not see that coming. So I guess this is Sanctuary Fire 2 now. I really don't understand the temple. Oh, it's to free up this trading post. Okay, so he's going to go here and act 6 onto here. Oh. Not much I can do about that. Matt's thinking about what to do. I would down convert one interest advanced ship here if I were him. This is the only single dig hex. This is the closest available single dig hex. So I guess Matt might be considering whether he wants to secure these workers. I really don't think Fatty's taking the workers, so I think that he's safe to just advance ship here. Fatty wants to know how many points Red Alert's trying to win by. Yeah. Does look good for Red Alert. Red Alert will get G3. Then Stronghold, then TP. Fatty's got network, but not much to speak of on the cults. I have a pass tile with Fatty. Oh, Fatty has 2 towns, yeah. So I'm never beating Fatty, and I'm never beating. Yeah, I just fourth here, so I'm just waiting. This game kind of expire at this point. Yeah, Matt realizes there's no threats. We'll take E4. We'll upgrade one more TP. I got a little free leech. Doesn't do me much. I might have a small point to consider here, which is that maybe it's better to just build 2 TPs rather than build this final thing. Building the final dwelling is 6 points, and then I pass for 8, so that's 14 more points. If I just build 2 more TPs, then that's 12 points plus I pass for 7, and then I pass for 5, so that would be 17 points. The only question is, so that's better, right? The question is, do I get tied? Do I lose anything in that case? I think what I lose if that happens. So it's 14 versus 17. Yeah, it's just straight up better to make the TPs, right? Do I end up with a resource point this way? Maybe I end up with a resource point this way. Yeah, this is better. I end up with a resource point, so. Also, hey, maybe I get fed a bunch of leech. This is just a little safer. Just a little bit safer. I don't like Fatty. Fatty has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, Fatty has 7 of these guys already. So if he found some way to get to 8, well, I guess I'm at 10 now, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, okay. No one was ever touching 9, but. And now I get to do this. So I get to pay 3 victory points here. I can pay 3, 4. So here's my math, right? I pay 3 victory points here. I pay my resource victory point, and I pay 1 victory point on the dwelling tile. But in exchange, I get to build a TP for 6. So it's 1 point better for me to take this leech. Hope everyone enjoyed that little math exercise. Okay, so TP means that we get to 87. Pass means that we get to 94. We're still calling this like 8 points on cults, I guess. 102 plus 0 plus 14, 107. Or, sorry, no. 102 plus 18, 120. It's not enough to win, but it's something. Matt's going to take a... Oh, Matt has this. Yeah. Matt will send Priest to fire for 2 points for the power. Or Matt's going to take the workers, then send Priest to fire, then TP, and then build a final dwelling. Yeah. Nice. So TP is 6, a dwelling is 2, so that's 8 points for Matt, 83, and then plus 28, 82 plus 28, 110, 125, 131, something like 131 or 136, or 1, yeah. Oh well. Yeah, I guess I just get the leech here. Yeah, Matt already has the stuff that he needs. He doesn't need this leech anymore. Well, it's not exactly how I drew it up, but game's the game. You can't get every break. Fatty has just enough stuff left to send off like a garbage priest, 2 garbage priests to the water cult / to the fire cult. Actually, if Fatty sends a priest to fire, Fatty still wants a leech, actually. I guess he's going to get that leech from Red Alert. Oh, Matt missed that he could take Act 3. That's a decent break for me. It's just 4 more points here for me. Is that right? I guess there could be like a Temple Fire 3 coming that I'm not aware of. Or Red Alert's last 3. Yeah, Red Alert's last 3 priests could just earn him 6 points by going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think. Oh man. Come on, guys. This is not right. People are misplaying with each other here. Because this actually enables Red Alert to just send priests off to fire for lots of points. Yeah. One of these guys should have sent that priest, but now Red Alert's going to go priest, priest, priest. That's quite bad for me. Why didn't Giants put priest to cults? I think that's just a mistake by Fatty, right? Like the priest to fire was so good there for Fatty. It really hurts. Like it's a swing against Darklings. It's a swing against Mermaids. I mean, Mermaids were also supposed to send priest to fire, right? Like if Mermaid sends priest to fire and takes Act 3, that's also much better for them than what happened here. But instead, Red Alert's going to get priest to fire, priest to fire, priest to fire. Yeah, it's going to be real good for Red Alert there. I think Matt's just supposed to build a dwelling here and call it a game. Just build H6. Yeah, both these players were actually supposed to contest the fire cult instead of letting Darklings just do this, which is absurd. But maybe Fatty's mistake lets me beat him. Maybe? No, because Fatty has 18 points on regular network and Air 1. Yeah, so I don't beat Fatty by that many points on the cults, right? Well, no, okay. I tied with Fatty here. I beat Fatty by 2. Beat Fatty by 4. So 6 plus 4. So I'm ahead of Fatty by 10 on the cults. He's ahead of me by 18 on network. Yeah. So, or no, we're tied on network. So I think I actually beat Fatty. I beat Fatty by 1 point, I think. So that's kind of cool. Because Fatty does have structures, right? Fatty has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Fatty might have like second place for clusters. I really want Darklings to get clusters here, but Darklings are just going to send priests to cults, which is gross. Yeah, because they can't tie Mermaids either. Ugh, painful. I think Giants pushing for this much network was a mistake. They could have blown up Darklings' town. They don't have Earth 1, so like the extra dwelling wasn't worth that much then either. I don't know. Matt has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 clusters as well, so that's equal to Fatty. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Fatty has 7 clusters. Yeah, he's got second locked up easily. So he's ahead of me by 10 points. Matt has 12 points on network, and I don't know how many points on clusters. It's a 2-key town from Darklings. That seems fine. So 1 priest goes here, 1 priest goes here, 1 priest goes here. Yeah, that sounds good. Do I beat mermaids then? He loses his town as well. Who loses his town? Fatty? Does this mean I'm ahead of Hard Diggler? No, it doesn't. Hard Diggler still has too much. 2 plus 4. Oh, sorry, this is 2. He's up 7 here, so it's plus 5. He should lose this cult. So it's plus 7. No, come on, man. Just take that hex, right? Like, he should be taking this and then doing that. This network gets him nothing, really. Well, it's unfortunate that everything kind of swung against me here at the end here. Actually, no, it should still go priest to earth, right? And then take the 3 power priest and then another priest to earth. Okay. And then this, and then another priest to earth. No? Oh yeah. Mermaids towns are connected to each other. Well, I mean, we're gonna see how this ends up, but Red Alert left a point on the table by not taking this priest and sending it to Earth. So it's gonna be kind of annoying if mermaids wind up beating me by like 2 points or something, or like 1 point. But I mean, I don't control that, obviously. Yeah. Oh well. Tough loss. Oh, I do wind up a little bit ahead of Matt here. Okay. I guess Matt shouldn't have given me this yellow hex, but so obviously we know what went wrong. Darklings dug my hexes. That was pretty much it, right? But like in terms of mistakes that I made, the biggest mistake that I made was this extra TP in this round, or this dwelling, right? I could have just left I4 unbuilt. Instead, I converted 3 power to a worker and built this in a round where it really didn't matter that much. I could have used that. I could have kept all that power and like continued to build, like continue to double dig basically, because after I lost G2, I still had some recompense by like coming after G3 or taking like taking H4, um, G3, and then like trying to get E1 and getting these yellows out here. But instead, I just like lost all that access. Um, Mermaids did not bid 0 immediately. They went to 10, and then Matt bid them down to 0. Um, um, so yeah, like what happened this game was, so the starting bids were, yeah, like Mermaids got the most action at first, then Darklings got action. Then Matt made a comment about Fakirs, there being cluster scoring, so I was interested in Fakirs. I also thought that without Matt playing the game, that D4 was more likely to stay available, or that C3 was available. But instead, Darklings did aggressively take G2. I started C5, H7 um, instead of rushing toward G2, so that was a bit of a bummer for me. Darklings advanced ship on their first round to get this stuff. They just took Fire 1 and hoarded coins and stuff. They took they got on this pass tile a ton, which is like I think that's a big misstep by like the rest of us at the table, not to deny Darklings this pass tile. Like if we look at Darkling's game, they won this on the pass, 24 passing points like that, versus Giants came in second, and they had 10 points on the pass. So that is quite literally the game right there. Yeah, Red Alert won by 16 points. So you don't think it's correct to 0 bid on Mermaids with black in the game? I don't think it's correct either. That said, I mean, Matt played a fine game. But he opened with Temp Ship and TP with TP plus Dwelling, TP 5 Dwellings. I think that he had a line where he could have taken Worker Power and gone Temple 4 Dwellings instead. And I think that that was probably correct. Instead, he went for these hexes, which don't really get him much, you know? So, yeah. I mean, it wasn't even Darklings hitting pass tiles that hard. It was kind of like the rest of us just like not prioritizing them enough. Or like specifically me, right? Like I went for like the spade. I went for like the priest. I went for like worker power and stuff when I could have just blocked off those tiles like a couple of times when I didn't. And instead, I got on the dwelling tile once at the very end of the game, kind of just because. Uh, when it actually looks like if I had played a little differently, I could have beaten Darklings on network. And I mean, beating on Darklings on network probably isn't worth it because then I hand a pass tile to Matt or Giants, Matt or Fatty, and Matt or Fatty would just like beat me or beat me by even more or whatever. Um, so if we take a look here, yep, Darkling's got a lot of coins actions for someone who didn't take any power income favors. The rest of us were just like not playing the right way, I guess. I only got one double spade with my air 2 favor. So that was like a misstep by me as well. I didn't take many of these. Instead, I converted a lot of stuff to coins. 18 of coins, that's not ideal. Yeah. Getting onto only 13 hexes is kind of a downer too. I flew 32 times, so I mean, like, that's pretty sufficient. That's all that I really need to fly. I won this scoring, of course. I got 3 completely unearned points here. Darklings just chose to build tall in the end, and gifted me 3 points. Bad town meaning that was going to happen. But honestly, like I did think that I was going to do a little better on network here. Maybe not that much better. Maybe it was always a pipe dream to like tie giants on network, but I think I did expect to get a few more flights um, by getting out all the way to the west. Uh, Power Priest isn't great, but I mean it's okay as Fakirs. Um, Scoring track, I mean, like we played the right thing. Like this wasn't a super high scoring game, but like I did about as well as like anyone did. Matt got the most, but that's not that much better, right? Like 25 on the scoring track, I think is fine. Yeah, the pass tiles hurt really badly. Um, I got lucky on the cults. I shouldn't have this many cult points, so like I don't really consider that like much. There's like recompense for like missing out on network entirely. So yeah, this looks kind of rough. Um, you're supposed to hit pass tiles harder, pass earlier, get more 7 coins actions. I think that's basically what it is. Uh, Pass just a little sooner, a couple different times. Try not to burn my power so badly, and that's what it was. I'm gonna just chat a few more with these people here, but I think this means that I'm second overall in my division. Um, Appreciate people who, how late was Fatty's first temple? Yeah, Fatty, I think, templed for Water 1 in round 4. Yeah, he opened round 4 with the Water 1 rush, so that was the correct move. Um, Worked out pretty well. In terms of favor points, Fatty got 19. I mean, 19's not bad, right? Like it matches me kind of. So, yeah, yeah, not bad for Fatty. So, yeah. All right. Signing off for now. Thanks everyone for watching. See you next time. I'll be streaming some regular stuff. So.